Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting again, and today we're painting with some chocolate and some caramel. Interesting. Yes, these acrylics I've just got. They're supposed to be matte acrylics, which is why I got them. So I'm going to give them a go. I'll use a few colours. They all seem to be named after food. It's a bit strange. So here's a few colours that I put on the palette. I got some mango, caramel, cherry, chocolate, and white and black. Well, they're not foods, but well, might as well let's get mixing, I suppose. Let's get mixing. So I want sort of a reddish. Something like that, a bit of cherry, a bit of caramel. We'll see if we can get something on the page. Something about there. I want like this colour. This is based on a painting I did actually on the computer. So I thought it looked good. But it'd be nice to see if I can paint it again, but for real. So it's a basic idea of a deer in the woods. And a few trees. Let's start with that. Now I'll try a bit of caramel on its own. Bit of caramel. It's sort of a yellow ochre to me. But there we go. It's different. Might need a bit of mango in it. Let's have a go. A bit of mango in it. Mango's almost a Naples yellowy. Bit different to Naples yellow, but not much different, to be honest. So we can have some fun with this background. I'm going to throw in a little bit of all the colours. Maybe there's a few trees here and this is the light coming through. And then what we can do is where there are trees we can sort of put them in front of this. I'm trying to make this painting better than the original. One thing I'm enjoying myself with is just going for it and not worrying too much about what I'm doing. Stress-free painting, just seeing what happens, seeing if it works, and if it doesn't, then what can you do to make it better? It's got to be the falls, hasn't it? How can I make this painting better? For the moment, I just want to create light. Just painting the light. Some of the page can show through in this one because I don't really mind that much because of it being a similar colour. It looks like it's going to be a nice day. It's quite early in the morning. I've been doing some overtime at work, so I've not had time to do as many videos this week. And my new hours as well, because I'm working nights at the moment. Well, they're pretty much nights. part of the night, part of the early morning, which to me is nights. So yeah, it's been a struggle to get some videos made. I've still been sketching though, so I keep my my head in the game. So now I'm gonna find the light. Shall I find the light now? Yeah, let's get some light going. So I'm gonna wash my brush. My light is going to be a bit of white and a bit of mango. Bit of mango yellow. Wonder why they call them these colours. Strange, isn't it? I suppose it separates them from other paints. I don't know. Nice bit of mango light coming out there. Bit there. You can smudge it with your finger just to get a different kind of effect. If you don't want it to be too strong, I don't want any particularly hard edges. I have less and less light in this area where it's a bit darker. Same with this area really. Okay, so I want some light now. I might put some light here as well. Just mist that away a bit. Bit of light there. Okay. There's some here as well. Not too much there actually. I want that to get a bit of caramel in that. Bit of caramel. Tone it down a bit. Have a path there. It comes out there. Just wash my brush. Get a little bit more of the caramel and red. I'll just warm this up here. It's quite thin, really. A bit more of that mango. I'll blend that together. There we go. Right. So I've got a tree. In my original as a tree. I think it's made of chocolate. So what we can do is use the chocolate and put a little black in it, and then we can make it close to a Van Dyke brown, something like that. And we can start massing in this area here. Just a bit of ground there. Yeah, I remember when I originally painted this on the computer, and then I think I put it in Instagram and then whacked a filter on it. I can't remember what filter. And I was like, whoa, that makes it look way better. So then I went back into my file and I changed it to match the filter. And I'd not really used those Instagram filters that much before, and when I did I was like, wow, that makes it like a million times better. Now I know why people use filters. And then because what it did is it added a bit more warmth into the painting, which just gave it something more. A tree there, nice chocolate tree. I might call this one chocolate tree. Nah. Painting with chocolate and caramel. Maybe I should call it that. So I'm trying to set myself up to paint outside as well. So I'm hoping to get some more videos and like doing that as well, but it's probably the hardest video to make, painting outside, because you get all the problems like bugs and random stuff. People in the way. It's funny, isn't it, when you do something a little bit out of the ordinary, you don't really see many people painting around. You always get people coming over, what are you doing? I'm painting now, go away. No, actually I don't really mind telling people what I'm doing. It's just a bit shocking sometimes because you get so fixated in what you're doing, and then suddenly someone's there going, oh, hello, what are you doing? And you're like, whoa. Just driving that colour of that mango colour in that area again, because it's kind of vanished a bit, it's sort of faded, which is alright, because as paint dries it does tend to do that when you've got a lot of water in it anyway. Probably had a bit too much water in it. It's the first time I've used these acrylics actually. I saw them when I was in Hobbycraft. I was like, interesting. Paints. I like paints. Broken colour. I like that as well. Just put in a few shapes of things that's down here. A few leaves coming down there. These are sort of reddish brown, reddish browny black. I'm having these in first, because then I can put in some darker ones on top if I feel I need them. Just tap in where I want branches to be, where I want the leaves to be falling. A lot of the time I'm just using the corner, and you get a nice spread of leaves. You can go a little bit darker in the places that you want them to be darker. A little bit more of the chocolate dark chocolate with the black in it. Something like that. A little bit of this red in that ground there as well. Think about the lightings behind, so you would get a lot of shadow areas back down here, especially under that tree, quite dark. Then you would get little bits of light popping down as well. So you get light everywhere in woods, all over the place. Just grabbing a bit more the chocolate and the black. Maybe chuck a bit of red in it. Making me hungry. See a big tree here. Rough tree. And those great big uns. There's some round me that I've, well, not round me right now, but in the woods, and I've sat in there. Massive trees, big things like that. I love them, I do. I think they're brilliant. Get a bit of light on this. Bit of sort of red in it. Something like that. Little lumps and bumps on the tree. We can get some darker leaves. You want your paint to be fairly dry when you do your leaves. You don't want your brush to be too wet, because then you find it won't work for you. Have a bit more red in that. Some of the areas like here you want to be really dark, because otherwise you won't see them. Or you can do them lighter. It's up to you. You can have yours hanging down or going across, whichever way you want them to be. I'm going to leave it like that for now. Now I want to start painting in the body of this creature. Sort of a block like that. I might use another brush now. I've got the block in. Using a bit of caramel, a little bit of red, and a little bit of the dark to get things started. Got one of the legs there, another leg there. And I've got the body. The head. So there. Let me just do this so I can see where the body is. It's there. Get the ears. The rear leg goes like that. And this leg there and then there. That in front of that there, bit of the tail. I keep putting a little bit of red in my colour because I don't want this to look too cold, so I'm keep warming it up because I think if I use a lot of black it will get really cold, but if I use a dark red it should come out alright. That leg should be more like there. I might put a tail in. It might go like that. I don't know if they have little tails now. Now I've painted it in. Where the eyes are. No, I'll just darken that whole bit there, so then I can add the rest. So I'm thinking a bit of white and a bit of caramel and a bit of mango. I can put in the horn things, the antlers. I've gone a little bit too thick there. Bit where the nose is. Okay, just let that dry a minute, and then I can lighten everything up so I can see it. But for now, I'm going to get a little bit of a caramelly red, and I'm going to put in a shadow. So we have our light source there. We can imagine a long sort of shadow there. I'm going to break this up as well. I can get a little bit of this. Have a few little light sort of breaking that. Maybe that's a bit too light. Maybe a bit of a red. Yeah, that's a bit better. It was a bit too dark there, I felt. Bit of light on there as well. Okay. As that's drying a bit, I might just dry it off fully so I can put my next layer on. Okay, so I've got myself a little bit of mango and white. A little bit of mango and white, look, just here. There's a little bit of caramel in it as well. If you're using regular paints, you're going to be thinking, what are you on about caramel? Looks like raw sienna and a yellow, sort of a pale cadmium yellow, like a cadmium yellow light, and that's not cherry, that's more like a crimson, and that's not chocolate. It's more like a burnt umber with a bit of burnt sienna in, maybe. It's funny though. Right, so I've got light. I'm gonna lighten up this. Got some light hitting that. Maybe it's hitting the tail. Hitting the underside of that leg. Hitting that leg. Just need enough detail. I don't need it to be like fully detailed, because it was a fleeting scene. Sometimes it's something I do is not paint everything. Sometimes it's better to leave some of it for the imagination to paint. A bit of light there on that head as well. Leave that a minute. Just looking at that head, and I don't think I've done it big enough. I think the body looks alright. I think the head's a bit small. So what I might do, I think, let's bring that up like that. About there. Yeah, I do prefer that a bit better. Body down a little bit as well. So about there. So we have like that. I think it's closer. I do think it's closer to what I wanted. Get that light back in now. So the antler now, it's a bit more grand than it was. It wants to be more like there. And a bit more light on the nose. The side of the face. Bit of white on that. Just making it dark, just so I can put in the nose and the eyes, which are about there and there. I'm actually sort of got something there. Sort of. It's a bit better than it was anyway. Try and make it a bit more obvious. A little bit of light on the head there. Okay. Something like that. I just want a bit of light on the back there. Something like that. Sort of a fleeting visit of one of those little things, and then I can put a few little grassy bits in here, a few in this bit as well, undergrowth and stuff. Fun little sketch. I could keep going just to keep charging that colour a little bit. I think we're about there. Bit of light on the yeah, something like that. Fun little sketch. You could do something like this, no problem. What I'm thinking is if I can get a really clean picture of a deer, I could have some fun having a go at painting a yeah, could do with the little nose. Get that nose in. Keep seeing like little things that I could do to make it a bit better. So I'm thinking about this, and I'm like, I don't think these would be white fully. I think they would be a darker colour. Something like that, because of the way the light is. This is what I'm thinking anyway. A bit darker. Yeah, I think that's more like it would probably be. I guess anyway. A bit more of that darkness there. So I think I'll call this one finished. So thanks very much for watching this one, and I'll see you at another one. Cheers, bye.